On a cold, rainy night in the small town of Hollow Creek, Sarah sat alone in her living room, reading a book by the flickering light of the fireplace. The wind howled outside, rattling the windows and sending shivers down her spine. She glanced at the clock. It was nearing midnight. Just as she was about to head to bed, the phone rang, its shrill sound cutting through the silence. Sarah hesitated for a moment, then picked up the receiver. "Hello," she said, her voice shaky. There was a pause on the other end, followed by a low, raspy whisper. "I'm watching you." Sarah's heart skipped a beat. She slammed the phone down and tried to shake off the feeling of unease. It had to be a prank, she thought, trying to calm herself. She double-checked the locks on her doors and windows, then went upstairs to her bedroom. As she got into bed, her phone rang again. Reluctantly, she answered it. "Hello, I'm inside your house." Sarah's blood ran cold. She dropped the phone and rushed to her bedroom door, locking it. She listened intently, hearing nothing but the pounding of her own heart. She picked up her phone and dialed 911 with trembling fingers. 911, what's your emergency? The operator asked. "Someone's in my house," Sarah whispered frantically. "Please, send help." The operator assured her that police were on their way. Sarah huddled in a corner of her room, clutching her phone like a lifeline. Minutes felt like hours as she waited for the sound of sirens. Suddenly, she heard faint footsteps coming up the stairs. Her bedroom doorknob rattled, and she could see the shadow of someone standing outside. She held her breath, hoping the intruder would leave. Then, the doorknob turned, and the door slowly creaked open. Sarah's eyes widened in terror as a figure stepped into the room. It was a man, his face hidden in the shadows. "Please," she begged, "leave me alone." The man stepped closer, and the light from her phone illuminated his face. It was her neighbor, Mr. Thompson, known for his friendliness, but also his odd behavior. "I warned you," he said, his voice now eerily calm. "I told you I was watching." Sarah screamed as he lunged at her. She tried to fight back, but he was too strong. The last thing she saw was the cold, lifeless look in his eyes as darkness enveloped her. The police arrived minutes later, bursting into the house. They found Mr. Thompson standing over Sarah's lifeless body, a sinister smile on his face. He didn't resist as they handcuffed him and led him away. In the following days, the town of Hollow Creek was in shock. No one had suspected that the friendly neighbor next door could harbor such dark intentions. And though Mr. Thompson was locked away, the chilling memory of his midnight calls would haunt the town forever.